Part of doing what we do is asking the questions others won't, like the vaccine questions. But here's another example, one that would literally melt the brain of a mainstream journalist if they tried to put these numbers to ink. Why? Because it conclusively undermines the current racial orthodoxy. Now, as a caveat, I have absolutely no idea how YouTube is going to take this one. But all we did was ask very simple questions that should be uncontroversial, and we are reporting on what Americans told us, nothing more. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? It's okay to be white. Mind-blowingly, or perhaps not, the vast majority of American adults agree, 72%, and 58% strongly agree. Only 12% disagree, and only 6% of those strongly. Now, 17% of Americans are not sure, and that's a pretty big number for a question like this. But here's race, and there is a signal here. White adults are much more likely to say it's okay to be white, which I think is very telling considering how much effort has been put into convincing white Americans that it isn't okay. Only 7% of white Americans say it isn't okay to be white. Among Black and Hispanic and other race Americans, a decent majority agree, but look at those not sure numbers. A meaningful chunk of minority Americans aren't sure if it's okay to be white. 26% of Black Americans and 16% of Hispanic and other race Americans say it isn't okay to be white. 88% either agree with or refuse to answer whether they agree with a statement that the Southern Poverty Law Center has literally labeled hate speech. Don't you think that's a big deal? All Americans, and most notably Democrats and even Black Americans, overwhelmingly and completely agree with a statement that has been declared racist hate speech. And an even bigger majority, again, most notably Democrats and Black Americans, agree with a statement that is seemingly at complete odds with the critical race theory pedagogy. So why is this stuff being pushed?